Today we're doing two WNBA player props here on PrizePicks for Monday, August 26th. Before we get started, you guys, link in the description below of this video. Hop into our premium Discord, $9.30 per month, 31 cents per day. It's where I post all the plays I'm making on PrizePicks. Other cappers in there as well. Super positive community. Everyone in there really is trying to help each other cash. So link in the description below for that. Two WNBA player props here Monday. Again, later this week, we're going to have college football video coming out Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Probably going to have the Thursday video come out Wednesday, Friday video come out Thursday, and Saturday video come out Friday, if that makes any sense. But yeah, let's get into it, you guys. Two player props for this video, both WNBA. Let's not waste any time. Let's just get right into it. So the first play, both these plays are actually going to be fantasy score lines. The first one's going to be Jordan Canada over 28.5 fantasy here against Indiana. She was injured for the early part of the season here and is now essentially on the season. Played in 8 total games. She's over in 4 of 8 games this season. She played 4 games here coming back off the injury, and then missed some games before the Olympic break. And then since the Olympic break, which this is more indicative of it, she's played in 4 games and is over this line in 3 of 4 games, 33.8, 46.8, 19, and 30.4 fantasy. So essentially over her last 5, averaging around 30.9. I would honestly consider this more averaging around 33 fantasy over her last 4 games since the All-Star break. But Jordan Canada, starting point guard for this Atlanta Dream team, which I think fully healthy, they're a pretty good team, right? Canada, Alicia Gray, Ryan Howard, Tina Charles, like these are prominent players in the WNBA all on one team, and Jordan Canada kind of leads the show. All right, so since the Olympic break, she's played 29, 34, 29, and 31 minutes. So I think 29 minutes, 30 minutes here is a nice floor for her. She's had at least 6 assists in every game and has had at least 1 block or steal. And actually has a game here against Connecticut with 6 steals. But it's a really good matchup. I think taking guards against Indiana is always a good matchup, a good system play here. Indiana, though, on the season has the 2nd worst defensive rating in the WNBA. And then specifically, like if we go to versus guards, right? We know Indiana is not strong versus the guard position. Let's actually filter this to guards real quick here. Indiana versus guards, we know they allow the third most points to the guard position. They also allow the 6th most assists to the guard position. So overall, I mean, we know Indiana's team is not great defensively, and when you have a player like Jordan Canada leading the show, it just puts her in a ton of opportunities, ton of situations, really, to rack up these fantasy score points. And then also with her defensive capabilities, like I said, really since she's getting 4 games, she's got 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 13 stocks or steals plus blocks, 13 steals plus blocks over her last 4 games. We know Caitlin Clark will turn the ball over. I apologize if that was loud. I dropped the mic. We know Caitlin Clark will turn the ball over. It's just a position or a spot here for Jordan Canada in what should be a very close game as well. And this game, really, I think when it comes down to it, will matter for playoff seeding, or if one of these teams makes or doesn't make the playoffs. We got the Atlanta Dream here at 10 and 18, and the Fever at 13 and 16. So I definitely think both these teams here looking to win this game, right? Obviously, Atlanta's trying to get into the playoffs here, and then Indiana Fever is trying to stay in the playoffs. But like I said, going back and looking at this spread and the game total, I think it's a 1.5 point spread. I believe, if my internet will work for me here. Again, I do apologize for the delay on this. I don't know why. Let's see if we can see it here. Schedule on WNBA.com. There we go. Here we go. We need scores, and we need today's. So yeah, 1.5 point spread, 167.5 over under. So, I mean, if you just looked at this spread and the game total, you would be very intrigued by overs on players going to play 30 plus minutes. So, like Jordan Canada over 28.5 fantasy is the first play. Second play, going to go right here. Take Breanna Stewart over 41.5 fantasy. She's been playing really well as of late. She's actually over this line, I believe, in 7 of her last 10 games, averaging 43.96, almost 44 fantasy over that span. But like I said, over in 7 of last 10, and has had at least 38 fantasy in 9 of her last 10 games. But specifically in this matchup versus Phoenix, who we know is not a great defensive team, just a couple months ago at Phoenix here, which is key, at Phoenix on the road, which Brianna Stewart averages more points, rebounds, just overall stats on the road, 57.3 fantasy on the road in 36 minutes at Phoenix, right? She's had some pretty crazy games versus Phoenix over her last 5. She's over in 3 of her last 5 games. But like I said, the way she's been playing as of late over this line in 7 of her last 10 games, going up here against Phoenix, who she obviously is very familiar with, a lot of players on the team, just playing in the Olympics with Brittany Griner, Kalia Copper, and Diana Taurasi. So this should be a fun one, super fun one. I think the spread for this one is pretty close as well, 5.5, 166 over under. But this being a home game for Phoenix, hopefully they can keep it close. And I mean, I see no reason in a close game Brianna Stewart doesn't play north of 33 minutes. If we just go to this season, again, this is outlier, by the way. Link in the description. You get a 7-day free trial. If we filter this to like when she plays 34 minutes this season, she's over in 10 of 17, and on the road she's over in 4 of 7. So obviously super high floor for her. And like I said, given how she's played this season at Phoenix, 57.3. You can see the amount of time she's gone over this line. I mean, 41.8, 19, 4, 6, 1 steal, and 2 blocks. In 32 minutes can hit the over on this line. Just a variety of ways for, debatably the best player in the league, or one of the best players in the league, to clear this line at 41.5. It's a great spot. Like I said, defensive rating goes, Phoenix Mercury, 4th worst defensive rating in the league this season. So great spot for her. I like these 2 pair props here on tonight's WNBA slate, 3-game slate. Let me know in the comments below how you feel about them. Drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and as always, let's cash.